Very
Why is
much.
this project so important for India and Indo-Pacific, sir?
I think to be seen in the larger context of the emphasis that the government has given on the development of India's island territories, which are really strategic outposts, which we are very fortunate to have. So on both coasts, as you're aware, we have the Andaman and Nicobar Islands on the east coast and the Lakshadweep Islands on the west coast. And for many years, we have not been able to really utilize the potential of these islands. So for almost the last, I would say, 15 years, the government has set up the Island Development Authority to ensure that we realize the potential of these islands in various measures, which includes the defense potential that they have, which includes the tourism potential, the fisheries potential, and indeed many other factors that can make them self-financed and indeed contribute to the government's revenues rather than just being supported by the government. So this project that is being planned and now which has received the Green Tribunal's clearance is part of this larger design of using our islands most gainfully. And I think once this project is conceived, hopefully the it'll become a transshipment terminal, particularly for the east coast of India and the Bay of Bengal countries. So it is the future-looking project. It will obviously take time to develop, and it will need to be competitive also to ensure that traffic comes in there. But I'm sure over a period of time as it matures, it will provide the much needed fillip to the shipping and the commerce that India is looking for it to provide.
So, in terms of strategic importance, surveillance, the smuggling that takes place there, how will it empower our armed forces in doing what they have been doing in a much better way?
You know, the Navy already has a base in Campbell Bay. It's a very old base. It's not new. It's over I would say over 60 years old. The base out there. We also had an airfield which has been Naval Air Station, which has been commissioned as INS Baz in 2012. And so the Navy already has a presence there, and this will only go to further strengthening its presence. Though principally this is designed as a container terminal, transshipment terminal, but definitely any harbor, any Indian harbor is always dual use. It can also berth merchant ships, and I'm sure the Navy will and the Coast Guard will have dedicated berthing facilities out there. So how it will benefit is that as the island develops and the port develops, then you have the ancillary facilities also developing, which include the ship repair facilities, which include the fueling, water, resupply facilities. So it becomes a better place for ships to be based and to be turned around. Ships, submarines, whatever you wish to put there. And the airfield also that comes up will further increase the runway length, the new airfield that is planned, as compared to the existing one, which is used for short range aircraft. It cannot really be used for wide bodied aircraft.
So, what are the challenges? Because an airfield also is also being built. What are the challenges of actually securing, protecting, manning the entire chain of islands of Andaman and Nicobar?
Basically, it involves setting up the infrastructure and supporting it. So largely what happens is, for example, basic items like electricity, it has to be generated. You don't have mega power plants there. You don't have. So now the government is looking at green energy to power the facilities on the islands. So power supply is one, water supply is another. So while there is enough rainfall and there are catchment areas, this would ensure that you have sufficient water that's available. Then, of course, is basically the building of the infrastructure. So everything has to be brought in by ship. So these are the challenges. I mean, on any island, not just these islands, any island territory in the world has these challenges. So, for example, if you want to build a harbor or a runway, you have to get in the cement and the other concrete and other stone mix, etc., that's required. That has to come in by ship. So construction on an island away from the mainland always poses many problems, and of course, it is always more expensive. So all these are the challenges that will need to be overcome. in order to construct this. And then, of course, is the challenge of maintenance. Because if you want to keep people in a place that is remote, you have to build up the infrastructure, you have to build up the housing, the schooling, the medical facilities, if families are to come in there and people have to have stability. So, I mean, it's like virtually settling a new mini city in a greenfield location.
So basically, you're saying that it's going to be a very, very challenging task. It's not going to be a run of
Yeah,
the mill
that's why I
project.
think it's part of the project plan. It's not that it has not been foreseen, and that's why the cost is what it is. And the other challenge, of course, the environmental challenge has now been
Yes.
overcome, and the adequate safeguards are supposed to be in place as per the NGT's sort of decision. So I think the main thing now would be really to do this. So it'll be a slow going, as it is in all island territories in everywhere in the world, and there will have to be, I suppose, a new project team or a body which is set up to execute this project.